Man, squad, turn that shit up, man.
Tonight.
And now for our main event, ChiCitySports Keeping It 100 starts now.
Draft Dr. Phil and the Smartest Man.
Keeping it 100.
And so the Bears are sending their compensatory fourth-round pick to Jacksonville for Nick Foles.
I know we need to run the ball more. I'm not an idiot.
Keeping it 100.
Open competition.
Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the Smartest Man.
Chicago Bears select Cole Kmet.
Guess who's back? The two dudes that kept it real. Dynamic duo that you love, the smartest man and Dr. Phil. Breaking down the film, never a problem, kick it straight. Most shows focus on stats, we focus on the tape. We keeping it 100, never running east or west. We coming with that truth, cause that's what our fans expect. Cut off the freaking anchor, moving forward to be free. But don't you worry, Shayne's got the dumbest tweets. It ain't no secret, Phil and Shayne got some haters. But now the mouth stuck like the true and now and later. Debaters, stars get kicked like Coach Tabor. Cuts had to be made, we added a barber moderator. Up and down, boys got you double checking. Sad sack strolling like a fool drunk texting. Flexing on the truth cause you know they'll never change. Real, recognize real, that's what you get with Phil and Shayne. 100's what we do when we're breaking down the Bears. Fuck a play or a captain, all of the unfair. The tape never lies, the truth you see. We analyze so there's no babies like Maybelline. Straight to the truth with acumen and facts. We got a stat nerd, but he's not just giving nerd stats. Car crash, big impact like Max Sack. Every Wednesday night you got the smartest man and Phil back. Now we know you're smiling like a fat kid with fun dip. We're back better than ever and we keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Keep it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the Smartest Man.
Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the Smartest Man.
Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the Smartest Man.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Keep it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Collaborate this. The Tape Never Lies network coverage of the NFL Draft starts now.
The tape never lies. Tape never lies.
The tape never lies.
Tape never lies.
The tape never lies.
Kicking the truth.
Never does.
Yo, the tape never lies.
What percentage of those meetings was talked about your quarterback plan, and did that evolve in the last couple of months? And does that plan look different now than it did then?
Yeah, you know what's cool about it, Pat, is those. It's not like we had this one meeting. That's all. We talk every single day about everything and about the quarterbacks and about our roster and about our staff, and so those conversations are always ongoing and they're ever shifting and adjusting to the landscape that's in front of us. Some of it's in our control, some of it's not in our control, and just exploring all the different options at the quarterback position and at positions throughout our team. But I think what's been really good is having them involved in those discussions. It's been very collaborative, so everybody knows what's going on with every move we make and every turn we make.
What role do they play in that collaboration?
It's really just been kind of a sounding board as we go through it. You know what I mean? And I think it's, part of my responsibility is making sure that communication remains strong throughout our building. There's no surprises. Everybody knows what's going on, and everybody understands the kind of the every off season is a storyline, right? And every day there's a different turn. And I just think bringing our staff and our ownership along on that storyline is a big part of my job and responsibility, just keeping everybody informed.
This year, you talk about the conviction you have on a player when you trade up for somebody, and we know you haven't been afraid to do it. What kind of qualities, regardless of position, are you looking for when you do that, and how have those qualities maybe changed or evolved as you've gone through this process over the years?
Yeah, I think when we trade up for guys, it's the first thing that comes to my mind, Kevin, is the conviction that we have throughout our building. So when there's kind of a consensus pick, and you can feel it from our coaches and scouts, and I know that everybody's going to be excited of when we make that selection and walk out of that room. It gives me more confidence to go do that. And then all the other things that we value beyond the physical traits that I think gets refined every year, right? It gets refined with the experiences and that we've learned throughout these drafts. So, we talk about guys having Bears makeup and all the cogs that we value in a Bears player. If a guy has the physical traits, we have consensus throughout our building, and he has the makeup that we're looking for, it all factors into it. And I could go on and on, Kevin, the medical, the intelligence, the football makeup. There's just so many factors that go into it that as you're putting this puzzle together, this pie chart together on each player, that kind of gives you confidence when to go up, and then there'll be situations too that we've thought about if there's enough players there and there's enough depth there, we could very easily go back and obtain more picks. So that's an option.
Just be brutally clear. Zero thought of running the football.
Hello guys, this is Loki Del Rivero from the Mexican show Haciendo El Oso. I want to say hello to my friends and thank you very much to Phil Otochan and Shayne, the smartest man. As you can see, I'm rocking my swag. Keep it 100, the Tape Never Lies Network. Become a patron as soon as possible. Thank you very much, guys. Keep it 100.
Tape don't lie, man. Just put the tape in.
That's it. Oh, you got to keep it 100. Yes, the Tape Never Lies Network. The Tape Never Lies Network. Draft Dr. Phil and Shayne, the smartest man.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Let's go. It's fight night here on the best Chicago Bears network. Shows everything on the planet. You guys, the 100 crew are fired up. People are fired up. People will catch it later. Everybody's ready to rock and roll.
I got to speak up. I sent a comment out there from the main account, said if he dies, he dies, and somebody's like, "What's up with the death references?" I'm like, "Come on, man. That's straight from Rocky IV, Drago. If he dies, he dies." So, not getting crazy here. We're having fun. That's what it's all about.
Don't go crazy. Don't go crazy tonight, though. We've been preparing. We're getting after it. This is what we're doing tonight. For those of you just checking in and getting a surprise notification, we are going back and forth. 22 rounds of fighting, draft fighting. The rules are this. I draft, he drafts. I draft, he drafts. We flipped the coin last night. Sharif.
Phil talks, I talk. Phil talks, I talk.
And that's how we're going to do it. 22 starters. There's no kickers, no punters. This is all about 22 in this draft. And
fuck you, Pat O'Donnell.
It's going to get tricky as we go because there's a little bit of strategy that has to be involved in this.
There's not 7 rounds. Tony.
There's not 7. There's 22. There's 22 rounds. This has never been done. Now, I'm going to take this back to 1999. I did this when I was a program director of a boys and girls club in Connecticut. This game I played, draft fight night with the kids, and we saw who would draft the best. And there was, it really was fun, and it got the kids involved, and we incorporated it into Madden. So we were drafting our teams based on all the players in the league at the time. So all I'm saying is now we've taken it to this level. So I'm bringing it back here. Fight night, me versus Shayne. So I can't take 2 quarterbacks. He can't take 2 running backs, and so on and so forth. You only get 1 starter. So we got 2 corners. We're both drafting the 3-4 defense in lines with the Bears. So it should be pretty self-explanatory there. I don't know. Is there any other things that people need to know?
I don't think so.
We're down 3 producers tonight. Claudio has some stuff going on. Chris Jackal has some family stuff. A lot of family stuff going on.
Family first, always.
Always family first. So our guy, Tooch, who produced the great opening picture, Tooch, right here.
Tooch, can you give me that code?
Tuesday night draft fight. Rocky versus Drago. Shayne versus Phil. You did a good job. Did you have a lot of fun with that?
Yeah. The projects are fun. Yeah.
The belts on the line right here. The belts on the line. Tooch, are you happy to be used actually to your talents? Are you having fun? Are you having a lot of fun?
It's better than wasting away. Yes, creative waste.
I'm not gonna lie. This is the quietest Tooch's house has ever been since I've known him for about 5 years.
Did you buy the melatonin
NyQuil darts?
I have. Yep. Invested in the melatonin gummies, which work quite well.
There you go, Tooch. You're more than welcome.
Time for dessert, kids.
Just have one of these candies.
It's an easy sell. They love gummy. Anything gummy.
Awesome. Well, let's get this rolling. Phil, we're going
to get this rolling. You guys in the chat, obviously, mute Barlissimo. He'll be saying 500,000 different things. No, but you guys are going to be involved. Let us know what you're thinking. And obviously, I have the first pick.
So tell them what we're going to do here. After we wrap this up, Phil and I are going over to the Shy City side. So when we end, we're going to try to end this before that. We're involved in a live mock with Shy City and Steven Johnson. Phil and I are making the Bears pick live. So when we go off here and go on there, we want you guys to stay here, but you'll have to go over to Shy City's YouTube, subscribe there for them also, and you'll see Phil and I there. We're going to go on and make the pick at number 24 of the Bears. So we got a little twofer tonight.
Twofer. Tomorrow night, we'll be back again with Cars. The GM. Cars with Shayne taking the college director role and me, of course, as the head coach doing a live mock draft. And we're going to kick this off. I know everybody's anticipating where I'm going with the first pick.
Bye-bye, Tooch.
All right, Tooch, you keep on going. And this is it. Fight night, draft fight night. First time we've ever done this, or I've seen it ever done. I'm glad we could do it, and I'm going to kick this off with my first pick in fight night, me versus Shayne, drafting the teams, is going to be the Freak. I'm taking the big tight end out of Florida. Kyle Pitts is off the board. He becomes my starting tight end, and I use him all over the football field. He's my number 1 player in this entire draft. I love this kid. Obviously, I wish we could show you highlights. I wish we could break down the tape. But believe me, hours and hours and hours and hours of footage and stuff that we've done, we just can't with the copyright worry. So there he is, the big tight end. He's my number 1 pick, Kyle Pitts. Shayne is now on the clock. I filled my tight end role. I'm going against the way I usually build a team, but I can't pass up the freak.
I hear you, man. I'd love him on our team, but yeah. So I am probably going to go off kilter. Probably nobody thinks I'm going to go here, but I'm running up to the podium, and I am selecting offensive tackle Penei Sewell from Oregon.
Well, that is a very good pick because I was hoping you would go somewhere else. So
I was very aware that Phil thought I was probably going to be stupid and go quarterback first or something like that. I'm always thinking ahead. That's why I'm the GM here. But we're going to kick this off and get our franchise left tackle to lock things down. And I'm not going to have a silly walrus out there flopping and unmotivated. I'm putting a 20-year-old fucking animal out there to be my offensive tackle for the next 15 years.
I like it. And I'm going to follow suit here with my second pick. I'm going to pick my guy, Rashawn Slater, offensive tackle, Northwestern building. I'm taking him and putting him right out there at left tackle. I love this football player. Obviously, I don't think Tooch was ready for that kid to be graphic because there is no script here. Rashawn Slater, look at Tooch. He's on the money. There's my guy. He's going to take – I have no walruses either. I'm going straight, building that line now. I got a left tackle to match Shayne. Rashawn Slater out of Northwestern, offensive tackle. People are worried about his length or his arm length. Me, not at all. He's a technician. He's an athlete, and he has that chip that I like. So there you go. Rashawn Slater is my number 2 pick in this draft, Shayne.
That was a guy that I was looking at. I was going to try to pull a fast one on you, but you did take one of my guys. It's a little bit different, but yeah, I think you're going to see a steady theme here because now that I am back up, like I said, I just locked down my left tackle, and I'm going to go a little more unconventional here because if I have a left tackle, what do I need, Phil? I also need a right tackle, and since this guy can't play left tackle for me because I think I have a better left tackle, I am going to the podium to draft offensive tackle Dylan Redunds. And he is going to battle it out, and the loser is going to be my right tackle. I think Sewell's going to be my guy, but Dylan Redunds.
Redunds. I think I have a picture of him. Tooch, do you need one? Oh, Tooch is on it. Tooch, the producer. My bad. I'm letting you do it from now on, Tooch. Dylan Redunds. My father and I broke him down. Really good offensive tackle, athlete, technician. We're building the lines, and I'm telling you, that's a great pick. This is a guy that I moved up in regards to over Eichenberg, and not over this pick, though, Tooch. I hope you're ready. I'm going right tackle as well, but only because I think this guy could play left tackle. I'm doing the same thing. We do not talk about this. In fact, I put zero preparation into this. I said, I'm just going to react as I go. And right now I'm taking one of I have 5 favorite guys in this draft, like in my heart. This is one of my 5. And that is
know where you're going.
Offensive tackle from Oklahoma State, who I thought Shayne was going to steal there. There he is. Tevin, the fucking animal Jenkins. He could play left tackle. Don't listen to anybody. But right now, I have great athlete at left tackle. Now I got my fucking animal at right tackle. Tevin Jenkins comes in here all of a sudden we got a freak tight end. We got 2 offensive tackles. Look at how we build a fucking football team, Ryan. Take some fucking notes as you take a corner, Paige. Adam Rank, what are you doing taking corners in your mock? You don't take a corner. There we go.
All right. So that puts me back up there. But I see, who was it? Logan Frost. Logan, if you can't figure this format out, why we want to build the lines, because this is 1 versus 1. There's not 32 teams picking tonight. Okay. So if I want to wait till round 22 to take a quarterback, I can. That doesn't happen in real life. If you don't have a quarterback, guess who you are? You're a fucking Chicago Bears fan for the past 102 years. So
now, we only could take 1 quarterback. So strategically in this game, fight night, we're obviously waiting for who's going to take the quarterback first. Now I'm okay there, because if he takes my guy, I have 1B. If I take his guy, he's playing that. So he played it right. I went for the freak first. Then I built my tackles. Go ahead. Yeah, you were on the clock here.
Yeah, and I am back up, like you said, Phil, and I am continuing my theme. And I know this is going to make my man over there pissed, because I can see the vein popping out of his forehead already. And I have a new center in town. Mr. Creed Humphrey is my guy.
He take one of my favorite guys in the draft as well. So since you did that, and I wasn't expecting you to do that, I swear.
Yeah.
I have to go in another direction to combat that, because now I know center's off the board. So I got my center. I could push that. So strategically, guys, I'm playing this to have a better team, so everybody votes for my team over Shayne's team, because at the end, you guys are going to vote. Patrons are going to vote, and we're going to have a lot of fun with this. Phil's team versus Shayne's team on fight night. I'm going to go with my number 1 wide receiver in the draft right here, and I'm going to get him to match him up with the freak, Mr. Kyle Pitts. I'm taking Jalen Waddle. Look at Tooch, right on the money, out of Alabama. I'm getting a big-time playmaker at wide receiver. Yes, people are worried about his injury, but I watched the tape. The tape don't lie. And I'm telling you right now, when this guy's on the football field, I get excited, and this guy can field flip. Fucking goes up and gets the football. He's an aggressive football player. In fact, he worked so hard that he tried to get into the fucking national championship game. He was fucking limping out there trying to play. I love that about this kid. He's a competitor. Oh, unbelievable football player. Jalen Waddle. Now, another Waddle in Chicago. Will he wear number 87?
Maybe, yeah, it could. Hopefully, Tony Medlin has some duct tape to fix his fucking ankle, so he's not getting hurt all the time for your team. But you never know. But we have to pivot here. I know we've been going heavy on the offensive line, and since this is a 1v1 here, and Richard Gordon called it out, and I am going wide receiver here, and I'm going with Jamar Chase, wide receiver, LSU, to combat Phil. So yeah, we have to start building some offensive firepower. I know Logan Frost is probably pissed because nobody's taken a quarterback yet, and we want to build our offensive line. But yeah,
we are both. Look at what we've done. We're building the offense first, and I'm going to stay there, because I'm going to rekindle our guy Nick Saban's offense, and I'm going to take the Heisman Trophy winner, because I think he's the number 2 wide receiver in this whole fucking draft, over Shayne's pick here, Jamar Chase. I want Devonta Smith on my football team. Again, we aren't the Bears. This is Phil's team versus Shayne's team. I'm not adding him to Darnell Mooney, for those of you just checking in. I'm adding him to Jalen Waddle. Devonta Smith. Did you like how they went undefeated? Yeah. But I love this football player, Shayne. I know you're a big Alabama fan, and I've taken 2 weapons here. I got 2 freaks. There's Shayne's boy right there. Creed Humphrey.
Oh, you didn't know Mac Jones made them who they are, Phil?
Oh, no. Mac Jones, baby. Mac Jones is still out there.
He is. Yes, he is. So we are going to make another little pivot here. I see Phil went wide receiver, and I would have considered that, but I am going to go on the other side of the ball here.
Oh, the first guy to go on defense.
Yeah, and I'm going to get myself a lockdown corner and go with J.C. Horn.
Oh, nice pick. Nice pick. I need my reading glasses. I'm getting old. You know, I'm going to be 48 in July.
You're old as shit, bro. I know. It's crazy.
I'm looking at my notes, right? And for me, there he is, J.C. Horn.
Yeah.
I'm going to go follow suit with Shayne, but at a different position. I'm going on the other side of the ball. I always tell you, quarterback, offensive tackle, then what, Shayne? Edge rusher. And I'm going to take my number 4 favorite player in this entire draft, and that just get the University of Michigan marching band out because Bullets
is rubbing one out.
Up. Quiddy Pay, baby, coming off the edge. Get that fucking quarterback. Come on, Quiddy. Quiddy. That's how I get fired up. Get Quiddy off the edge. No Quiddy and Quiddy. That's how you do it. Big guy firing off the football. Edge rusher, not an end. Edge rusher. I know. I saw Barlissimo. I'm logging my picks here so I don't lose track. That's all I'm doing, guys. I don't want to double. If we mess up, we lose our pick. So if Shayne drafts 4 receivers, 2 just got to step in.
That's right.
Like a referee. Oh, whoa. Low blow. We got 1 comment up for a long time. There we go. Pay me, Bullets. There we go. Quiddy Pay.
All right. Yeah. So I am back up on the clock.
Chat. I'm going to help with the chat because Tooch is working hard.
I'm up here, and Phil has been taking all of my boys. Roll Tide. And
do you got it tied?
I am going to roll Tide here, and I'm going to have my 2 corners that I'm building my team with, and I am going with Patrick Surtain Jr.
Wow, you're going on the corners.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to have the ability to cover in today's NFL, and it's actually not that important in this draft because we don't have quarterbacks yet. So I guess I should have drafted something else, but no, I have to defend. I have to defend your explosive wide receivers. So I'm going to get myself a couple of explosive corners myself.
So you're building corners in. I'm just crossing off his picks, guys, because I want to be on top of mine. And I'm going to do the unthinkable here for most people, but I'm going to take my 3rd favorite player in this draft. And actually, he's my number 5.
I know who it is.
Do you want to call it out?
No,
I don't
go
think
ahead.
Tooch has this guy up.
Are you going to double up now, just like I did?
Doubling up.
Are you going to Georgia?
I am going to Georgia. Get through those fucking weeds and everything and come out firing hot like a bulldog. Azeez Ojulari on the other side of Quiddy Pay. I have 2 of my favorite players on the roster now. I'm building the pass rush. There he is coming off the other side. I'm putting Quiddy on the left side. I'm putting him on the right, having him face off against that left tackle of Shayne's. I'm going to have him go after. I love Azeez Ojulari. I don't know what people are watching.
Very young. Yeah.
He's a young, talented, athletic freak show. And I am so excited right now.
Alex H has a comment in there that's saying Farley is better than Surtain. Yeah, absolutely, but let's compare backs, and then you can get back to me. Two back surgeries before you play snap of professional football. Yeah, I would pump the brakes there. That's a big deal. I listened to some people talk about it today. Farley's a fantastic corner, probably the most talented corner in this draft completely, if you set the medicals aside. But dude, 2 back surgeries. I honestly, Phil, just to go off course here a little bit.
That's what this show is.
I'm
It
not
brings
sure how.
and has
I
fun.
am not sure how you draft Caleb Farley in round 1. 2 back surgeries already.
He's got 2 back surgeries.
Yeah, it's a huge. I mean,
I agree.
I feel terrible for the kid, but man, medical red flags are all about it. And as a Bears fan, we know all about that. I remember Chris Williams lasted 45 minutes into his first practice, and they had to shut him down for the season and get back surgery because he had medical red flags at Vanderbilt, and Jerry Angelo and crew just overlooked it to reach for a need. So,
well, you took 2 corners. I took 2 edge players. You're up, right?
Yeah, I am here, and I'm crossed that all right, I got to take your dude. Who did you went Quiddy Pay, and then I went Patrick Surtain, right? Isn't that how that went? I'm falling behind. I'm trying to keep track of these guys.
I'm just right. Tooch is on top of it too, and those in the chat.
Yeah, just let me catch up here and grab your dude. All right, so now we are.
Shayne is actually putting together a compiled list of this draft, so just be patient there, okay?
Yeah,
that's all I ask.
So I need to add some pass rush here, and a guy that I think is probably going to go a little bit higher than people may expect Thursday night, and I am going to draft Zaven Collins, linebacker from Tulsa.
Big kid,
explosive
6'4",
defender. Yep. I think he's going to fit right into our attacking type defense, and I'm gonna plop him in there. And he's very, very toolsy. I know Arizona loves this kid, so if he is available, but I'm not so sure that a team like maybe the Giants aren't going to pull the trigger on this kid on Thursday. It wouldn't shock me at all. So Zaven Collins is coming to Team Shayne.
I like it. Zaven is a very, very good football player. I'm looking at my board now behind the scenes, and I am looking at my value. And right now, there's 2 guys that I think I'm struggling with, and I don't have assistant to help me choose which person I'm going to take. So I'm just going to go with my gut here because I had one plan, but instead I'm going with my gut here. I'm going to stay on the defense, and I'm going to get a baby Akeem Hicks, and I'm going to stay in Alabama and take Christian Barmore.
Smart pick, dude. That was going to be my next pick just because
that's my 5 technique.
On this, I was going to go there, abs 100%. So you swiped one from your boy there. I think this kid is massively underrated, and I think he is going to ball out in the NFL. People say that he disappeared at Alabama for long stretches. That's just because they're fucking loaded, and everybody was making plays. So I'm a big Barmore fan.
Love this football player. Again, when you watch him on tape, his size. I'm looking for 5 technique, Shayne. Right there, you look at him, he reminds you of a young Akeem Hicks. Now, for those of you like Sammy the Bull just checking in, right now on the defensive side of the ball, Coach Atoshin has Quiddy Pay on the edge with Aziz Ujulari on the other edge. And then I have Christian Barmore as my 5 technique. Shayne has drafted 2 corners, Patrick Surtain, and one of my favorite players in the draft, J.C. Horn, son of Joe Horn, former receiver with the Saints. And then you took Zaven Collins, the linebacker. That's where we are defensively. We'll go into the offense in a second. You are on the clock now.
Yeah, and since you swiped my guy where I was going next, I got to give you some credit there. Yeah, I'm gonna pivot here, and actually, this actually kills me to do this.
Going to Notre Dame.
I'm going to Notre Dame to push this guy inside in my defense, and I'm taking Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is
now
coming.
You just took who I was just going to pick next. So look at you.
Yep. So I think this dude, again, scratching the surface, very, very toolsy. We watched Danny T as a guy, that it hurts you watching him drop in coverage, but I can do a whole lot of things with this guy. I mean, he's going to be my Rover Deion Buchanan type chess piece joker guy. And I'm going to add him into my budding defense here.
Well, since you did that, I am going to follow suit here, and I'm going to take an inside linebacker that could play outside linebacker, move around, and match you. And he might be better. He's ranked higher on my list, too. And I'm going Micah Parsons out of Penn State.
I'm actually not a fan of this player, believe it or not.
Guy.
I'm not a huge fan.
Really?
Not a huge fan. He's one of my guys that lots of people are
love
super high on, and there's some questions character-wise. I mean, there's a lot to like on the field, but I'm actually lower on him than almost everybody.
Well, I love him, and I'm going to get the most out of him because I think I could put him in third down situations, have a fucking rocket pass rush with Aziz and my boy Kwity Paye and him all on the same field rushing the passer with Barrymore doing work. So I'm loving what I got right now. Parsons adds, I'm putting him on the inside. He's going to play my weak inside linebacker in the 3-4, and then on third downs, I'm going to move him around. That's my.
No, I can't complain at all, man. With that pick, good pick. Let me write that down here. Gotta start paying more attention.
I know we're going back and forth. Fight night, 22 rounds of heavyweight draft boxing back and forth. Shayne and Phil, producer Tooch, John Santucci in the background, working his ass off, getting these graphics up. This is all for fun and analysis. You guys in the chat are going crazy. I love what you guys are saying. Alex Sims thinks he's got some bust potential.
Yeah, I agree there.
I agree that he has a little
talking about Collins. Yeah, I think that there is bust potential there. I mean, it's this guy. You look at these guys that are all tooled up. Like, look back at Leonard Floyd with the frame that he has. But I just believe in Zaven Collins. I mean, I think you can put the bust potential on everybody. I think that follows around Micah Parsons because there's definite character issues there. And it's, like I said, you're going to pick who you like and who you believe in. And that's what's great about these exercises is that, I was going to go Barrymore. Phil took Barrymore. So I pivoted and I took the guy that Phil was going to take next. And not all of us are going to agree on players, but yeah, you have to take some chances here on guys because when you get lower and lower, you might find that you don't have a lot of these guys that have the God-given gifts that a guy like Zaven Collins does.
Cameron Beige is one of the judges' scorecards right now. Where's our play-by-play? We should have had a play-by-play guy. That would have been funny. Right? And Chris Jackal would have been great tonight, or Claudio, but
yeah,
it is what it is. Family first. I didn't mean it like a shot. I'm just clarifying. Here we go. Where are we? It's you, right? You're on the clock.
Yeah,
I took Micah Parsons.
You just took Micah Parsons. Yeah, and I got to let me see. So I put Collins, out there. I'm trying to think of where I want to go here next. And actually, I'm gonna pivot to the other side of the ball once more, Phil.
Yeah.
Go on offense here. And I am gonna bring in a guy that you and I both like. And we like him on the outside, but with me, he's going to push on the interior of my offensive line starting out in the NFL. And Jalen Mayfield is coming to Team Shayne.
Mayfield. You're going to put him in that guard, huh?
Yes, I'm going to push him inside and try him out there.
Mayfield guard. Let me cross it off. My tackles are going anyway. Mayfield, Collins, gone. All right. Jalen Mayfield. I love this guy. My dad loves him.
You're going to need those pass rushers because I don't think you're going to be breaking through my line anytime soon. But it's all good.
I'm going to go on the other side of the ball. No, should I go? I'm afraid that you might take my guy if I go on the other side of the ball. So I'm going to stay here. I'm thinking out loud. And I'm going to take another. This is going to be the leader of my defense right here. And I'm going to go to the great state of Missouri. And I'm going to take our guy, Nick Bolton, at middle linebacker. Nick Bolton is a thumper. I know Berlissimo loves this guy.
Big
love
fan.
This guy.
Yeah, I like Bolton better than I like Parsons. I'll be 100% honest.
So Bolton is going to be Bolton through that line that you're praising, and he's going to be our leader. I'm loving this guy. Good football player, thumper, always around the ball. When you watch his tape, he's not going to beat you in the 40, but he is an instinctive inside linebacker that packs a fucking thud when he goes after you. There he is. Look at Tooch all over that. Nick Bolton. Bolton is a young, fucking fiery attitude. He's going to be the leader of this defense. That's all I got to say. I'm glad Alex Sims loves Bolton.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of Bolton. I know
Jeremiah Pearson loves Bolton.
Yeah.
He's a tackling machine as HL Priest. HL Priest is loving Bolton. I used to love, what was his name? Michael Bolton, Tooch. Do you remember Michael Bolton from New Haven, Connecticut? Where's Angelo? He could have sing. He sang that amazing song for Hercules. I don't know if you remember that song. But anyway, I will remember it in a minute. Shayne, I took the inside linebacker. Both of my backers are filled. My edges are filled. I got a 5 tech. You're on the clock now in round 11.
Yeah, I gotta give my man Chase a running mate over here on offense, and I'm looking north to the state. Yeah, to the state of Minnesota.
Oh, there he is.
So yes, Rashad Bateman is coming to Team Shayne.
Bateman, a high riser, stem route warrior.
Yeah.
Kid wears number 0, goes after it.
Yeah.
He's a definite showcased. I know the Bears have had interest in this kid.
Yeah, and I'm going to throw that out there, Phil. I'm glad you brought that up. And Tooch can remove the picture there. I think that if for whatever reason and the draft goes a little bit haywire and the Bears are at 20 and they don't go offensive line and they decide to go wide receiver where you have Allen Robinson on a 1-year deal, I think I just have the gut feeling that Rashad Bateman is going to be a guy that they are extremely interested in bringing to Chicago. I won't agree with it too much because of the needs and I think the value at offensive tackle if they do stay at 20. But I think I wouldn't be shocked if he's a guy that's higher on this front office's board than even we expect.
I like the pick. I'm looking now on that side of the ball, but at another position. Right now, I am going to just grab my guy and say, fuck it. I want this guy on my football team, and I'm going to take him right here, and that is in the great state of Alabama again. I'm going running back, Najee Harris.
Best running back in the draft.
My number one back, your number one back, Loki Del Ravero. Like how I rolled that arm.
Yeah.
His number one running back, Najee Harris, is now Team Atoshin. We're going to have a nickname. I don't know what our name's going to be. Team Marsaw. You look, Shayne's at. I got to shout out Steven Johnson.
Yeah.
ChiCitySports. Built this nice background here. There he is, number 22. You think that's a coincidence, Logan? No. Mike Williams, you like that pick or what? Put that guy in your backfield. 235, 240 pounds, 6'2", catches the ball. Listen, I'm in round. What are we in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Round 11, I pick my running back, Najee Harris. Shayne Marsaw.
Yeah.
And the Marsaw Mules. Select. The Atoshin Outlaws versus the Marsaw Mules.
So listen, I love Najee. He's if I was going to go running back, that was going to be a pick that I took 100%. But I'm going to finish off my offensive line here.
Nice.
And it's a offensive line that I'm very happy with. I'm going to head out west. Everybody probably knows where this is going, but the USC interior lineman Elijah Vera Tucker is going to come to Chicago and pair up next to Creed Humphrey on the inside with Jalen Mayfield, with my bookends Reduns and Penei Sewell to finish off my offensive line. Yep.
You got your whole offensive line built. And I am the offensive line guy, and you have built yours already. See, this guy Tucker just worries me.
Yeah.
He's definitely not a tackle.
No, I agree.
Projecting him at guard, and I have some concerns. But again, we broke him down this past weekend. The River Dance.
Yeah,
this guy, it's a good choice because I think I feel much better with him playing guard. I know Barrelissimo was joking earlier, and he's completely and utterly wrong, mate, about Jenkins, because Jenkins is a tackle all the way. He's not a guard. This guy, though, is a guard. Barrelissimo. I'm joking with you, Barrelissimo. For me, though, now, so Shayne took another guard. So I am going to take... trying to make a strategic plan here. I'm going to go offense again, and I'm just going to go and seal the deal with my wide receiver core, and I'm going to take Rondale Moore out of Purdue, and he's going to be my slot receiver.
Oh my God, you're going with the all-injury team at wideout.
I love this kid, and I love the way he plays the game of football. He is in my top 5 receivers in this draft. He's a field flipper, and he just understands. Again, Shayne's right. You worry about there is injury concerns, but if you watch this freaking football player, you just got to love the way he gets after it. So I'm taking all my receivers are off the board now. I got the guy I wanted. He could punt return, and he could play the slot. He also could go outside. He's so versatile. He could come in and play quarterback at the Wildcat if I want to use him there with Nagy at the 1 yard line. No, I would never do that. So I got a football player right there. I just went after Bolton and Moore. Those two guys are football players for me.
Yeah, and you took A guy that I love, but again, I'm concerned with the medicals because when you're that nicked up in college, to me, that stuff doesn't get better. But I saw somebody in the chat must have their eyes over my shoulders saying that I need to get another burner here. And I'm probably going to shock a lot of people here with where I'm going. But I know George is going to love this pick because
I know
Jalen Darden, wide receiver from North Texas, is coming to my wide receiver core with Jamar Chase. Who else did I take? I took Bateman and Jalen Darden.
Jalen Darden,
the real human joystick.
He's an unbelievable, talented, twitchy athlete, Shayne. Obviously, people, we see it. We took him in our mocks. He keeps going in like 5th, 6th round.
Yeah, he's
I'm going to be interested to see where he goes draft. Now, how the league sees him, because
he's the latest, he's the latest ranked wide receiver or player that we've drafted. But sometimes you just have to have, conviction on a guy, right? No, but I'm saying, but I do. I George was on this guy early on, and I'm a huge fan. A guy like Elijah Moore is somebody that I like, but you just look at Jalen Darden, and I think that he's going to make instant impact in the NFL for a long time. Is he the pure burner, track like speed? No, but he does everything else, and he's quick, he's twitched up, and that matters in the NFL. So I like the versatility of this wide receiver core that I'm building.
Yeah, I like what you did. You matched my slot with a great slot. I can't say which one of those two guys I like better. It's like a 1A, 1B, because that's how high I am on Darden with you. And you're right, your guy, our guy on the network from across the pond, the top hat. Is he still in the chat? He put me on to him right away.
Yeah,
he put me on to him. That's keeping it 100. I'm gonna take my safety right here, the number one safety I have, and that's Trevin Moehrig out of TCU, that has now become DB University, maybe to UCF. So I'm taking the free safety there. Moehrig comes in. What an athlete. He could play. He's so versatile. He could play and do everything the opposite of what we see Eddie Jackson do. He doesn't make business decisions, but he's got that same kind of athleticism and awareness. He's able to anticipate here in this round, filling out. Obviously, I have no corners yet. I couldn't pass up getting the best safety, in my opinion, in this draft. And that's where I'm going with that.
Can't complain, man. You have to have a field general back there. There's my guy.
There's Darden.
Jalen. Yeah.
There's Jalen Darden. I'll just let you know when we open the show Thursday night with our new draft anthem, because I kind of wanted to open it up tonight with it, but Shayne's like, let's just wait till Thursday for the big show. But you'll see Darden, just a little Easter egg, Darden in that open. Cherie agrees with me. Best safety. There you go. Shayne, you are on the clock.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out what just happened to my computer. So just buy me some time here for a second, if you will.
I'm trying to think of the Michael Bolton song from Hercules. Can someone help me there? Something, oh my God, I used to love this song. I used to sing this in the shower type song. Something about, Could someone do a quick Google Disney Michael Bolton Hercules? Something about a hero. Something like that. Exactly, Ralph. Ralphie, go the distance. Thank you, Jeff Burton. I can go the distance. I used to love the bridge of that song. I'll be there someday. If I can be strong, I'll do every mile. Well, he's from New Haven, Connecticut. Michael Bolton. I have Nick Bolton now on the Etoshan Outlaws, which I love that name for our team. We got to go the distance, right, Logan? You don't want to. Cherie used to love that song. Well, you still love that song. That's the thing I hate about millennials and this trap rap. It's like everything else is whack. Everything's bad. Like, no, there's classic. It's classic. There you go. You ready?
Yeah,
Your
yeah, I got
computer's
it.
up. I delayed.
Yeah, thanks.
Tooch is
Well, I
now
gotta
listening to Michael Bolton.
Yeah, I'm gonna add another pass rusher here. I've been debating on where to go here, but if I really wanted to do this or not, but you know what? Sometimes, because I am going to take out of Penn State Jason Owe.
There you go.
That'll probably raise some eyebrows. I tell you where I was. The whole Jalen Phillips thing, that dude scares me.
I know.
With the injuries, with the retiring from football, and then coming. I mean, he's so ultra talented. But
oh my God, what did he have? 19 sacks?
Yeah, I mean UCLA and then back down to the U. But yeah, I'm gonna roll the dice here with a high upside guy like Owe. I mean, who you talk about a dude
that dude
that's all yoked up. Gonna take him a little bit of time there, but I'm gonna pair him with Zaven Collins here, and we're gonna see if we can destroy some quarterbacks. So we'll see.
Look at you going after your team. For me, I love that kid.
Yep.
And I think you're right. Me and Cars were chatting a little bit about Phillips. He's scary as shit because of the talent, but it's like, are we getting Alonzo Spellman running naked in the streets again? I don't want that stuff happening here. So I'm staying away from him, to be perfectly honest. All the corners are on the table. Now I'm doing strategy. I can pick any guard. I'm going to save those. I can pick any center. I already know which center I'm taking. It's like, holy shit, taking everybody. But I am going to surprise everybody, and I'm going to do the Etoshan way, Tooch. You're going to have to, I should have texted you while he was on the clock. This way you could have had this kid prepared. But I am going to take a football player here and fill up my back end with my fifth favorite guy in this whole draft. And that's Hufanga, the safety out of USC, to pair up with my guy, Morig. This kid is just a football player. Shayne, me, and Barlissimo break it down his tape on the patron side. All of us fell in love with this football player. Obviously, PFF and fill in all the other. They're going to put him as a 4th or 5th round pick. Well, I'm in round 14, and I'm getting a guy that is going to bring a Samoan fire dance to the secondary after he makes plays. And count me as the coach that wants that fucking shit on his football team. Hufanga, if you haven't seen him, you got to become a patron. So bring the Samoan, right, Tooch? Bring in the Samoan, Coach Cam. There you go. I got my Samoan. This kid is a straight up football player.
Right. And just so everybody knows, I've seen a couple of people say for me to go corner.
He's already got 2 corners.
We're doing 2 corners. We're not doing the nickel guys and stuff like that. Just so you guys know.
We're not doing nickels, yeah.
Right.
2 corners, 2 linebackers, base defense.
So where I need to make a pivot here, and I'm going to add a guy because Phil took another one of my guys that I was obviously very interested in, but I'm going to bring in a guy that does have a medical history, but when he is healthy, he is a playmaker in the secondary, and he's about an hour down the road from me, and I am bringing in safety Andre Cisco from Cuse to be a general in my backfield in the secondary.
I love that kid.
To take some
just because I love his last name, that was the most dangerous drink in college.
Yeah.
Cisco. And I can't even smell that shit. There's my boy Hufunga. Bring in the Samoan. Perfect timing.
Yeah.
All my Polynesian brothers and sisters. He's got a Hawaiian Filipina. So does Tooch.
There you go.
He's got the Filipina in the house. Cisco is a great football player out of Syracuse. You gotta love that.
Yeah, he knows how to take the football away, and that matters in today's NFL. I mean, he's another traits guy. He's got to pass the medicals, make sure that knee is okay, which everybody is saying that it is. But I want some guys back there that can get their hands on some balls, Angelo.
Speaking of balls, make sure your balls deep in Manscaped. Get your Manscaped on. There it is. Get your Manscaped on. Put in this code KI100 for 20% off that 3.0. What is it? What's the
lawnmower 3.0?
Lawnmower. Thank you. I don't know why my lawnmower shit the bed, so now I got to get it fixed. There's no
word is Tooch is got the afro below the belt. He's still stuck in the 70s. So we're gonna have to send him over a lawnmower 3.0.
Is that true, Tooch?
There's not a lawnmower strong enough.
Put in that code, guys. Trust me, I love that, and I use it. And I'm proud to say that, even though Claudio thought I was crazy for telling people, because you could shave your legs with it, you could shave your underarm pits. Some guys don't like hair under their arms. I hear you. I'm one of those guys. Get the Manscaped. There you go. Back to drafts, though. There's Cisco. No, not the drink. This kid's a football player, gets after the football, loves to lay the lumber. Gotta love him.
He's got ball skills. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a big fan of that kid, to be perfectly honest.
Yep. So
what does Angelo think of that pick?
What?
Can Tom Brady be my coach?
I now am going to draft one of the guys that's somebody that I've studied the last, 2 years. This kid, I don't know where he ranks on a lot of people's boards, but I need another 5 technique, and I'm going to go to Wake Forest for this football player. And I'll tell you right now, when I first heard of this was from a college coach, and they told me this kid Basham can play the game of football. Check him out.
There's a chance you're going to hear him on Thursday night.
Really?
Yes.
There you go. Carlos Basham. What a name, right? Junior. Carlos Basham Jr. out of Wake Forest. Guys, Shayne is telling me this now. There's no script. We don't converse before. Obviously, we're competitive. I know I'm competitive. I want to win every chance I get. This guy, though, jumps off the tape at me. I love the way he's able to physically express himself into the backfield. And what I mean by that is he sets the line of scrimmage. He's got great twitchiness, great size. I don't know if someone has a size on him. I think he's like 290, 6'4",
6'3", 281.
All right, so there you go. He's going to play my 5 technique opposite Barrymore. So now I got 2 5 techniques, 3 pass rushers, because I got Parsons, and I'm loving my boy Carlos Basham
Yep.
from Wake Forest. Tooch is working hard, trying to download a picture of Carlos.
It was funny, Phil, because I was looking over.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was looking over some 5 techs because I haven't taken one yet. And I actually hit the button in your draft slot and took the guy that I was going to take.
Really?
So, picks 28 and 29 in our mock draft. I'll have to let Tooch know we're going to have to be flip-flop. But you took Carlos Basham.
Yeah.
I am going to pivot here. And I haven't heard a lot of Bears fans talk about this guy, but this is a guy that I love. And I will tell you, you will hear this name much earlier than anybody expects. And I am going with Milton Williams from Louisiana Tech.
Louis.
Yes.
Milton Williams, the big man.
Yep. He's coming to my defense. Big fan. He is my guy, and I have heard that he is earmarked for the Dallas Cowboys if for whatever reason he happened to make it to round 2 to their pick, but I think he's going to go much earlier than that.
I'm going to draft my nose guard now. And I'm going to the great state of Iowa, Tooch. And I'm going to take my guy who's a flasher. Again, I'm going to put him in that nose. I'm going to ask him to do some things that maybe he's not as comfortable as he thinks he's going to be. But this football player on tape has everything I want and the ability to pass rush. He reminds me of Bilal Nichols. Yeah. We saw Nichols play some nose guard, having to get in there for the Bears this year because Eddie Goldman was going, and that's Davion Nixon, the Hawkeye, the Iowa Hawkeyes. When I was a kid, I just cheered for the Iowa Hawkeyes because my football camp counselor was Tyrone Berry from Money Earning Mount Vernon High School. I wonder where Tyrone is now. Number 48. He was my camp counselor, so he took such good care of us kids that I became an Iowa fan for years. I even followed their basketball team, like with B.J. Armstrong, Roy Marble, Ed Horton, that whole crew. Didn't they have that big, tall, white center? What was his name? Jepson? Was that his name? They ended up going number 1 that year. But anyway, that's me going back in history. Davion is now a outlaw, not a Chicago Bear. Davion Nixon, Tooch. Davion Nixon from the great state of Iowa is now my nose guard. Yes, do us a favor, guys. Right there, what Sammy the Bull is saying. Smash the like button.
That's right.
You got fucking Double A and his boys to the shades smashing the down button before the show even starts. You got to go the other way. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell. Help us out. Get this. Look, I saw a heart pop up right when I said that. Whoever did that, I really appreciate. Yeah, Money Earning Mount Vernon. Heavy D. Heavy D. R.I.P.
So Phil, you took another guy that was on my board here, but I'm going to pivot a little bit, and I'm going to bring in my nose tackle with.
There's your 5 tech right there.
Yeah,
look at that filthy. He looks like Israel Adonijah's son.
He does. Absolutely. But I am going to go south here, and I am going to go to LSU and bring in a teammate of Jamar Chase. And this
Shayne,
guy,
hold this down for me for 1 second. Okay.
Yeah. And I am going to draft Tyler Shelvin, Tooch, for the interior of my newly revamped defensive line. He is a dude that just loves to eat up blocks, not selfish at all. I love the energy that this guy plays with, and you have to have an Eddie Goldman type guy that just is going to go out there and wants to eat dudes up, isn't going to complain, is going to show up and do their job week in and week out. And I think that he is another guy that's going to make an impact in the NFL. But Tyler Shelvin is coming to Team Shayne to anchor the inside of my defensive line.
Tyler Shelvin.
Yes.
From LSU, correct?
Yes.
My boy. Let me cross off him. Even though I don't need any more defensive line. I need 2 corners, 2 guards, and a center. I'm going to go and get my center right now. And I'm going to the great state of Alabama. And I'm going to get...
Man, you love these injured fucking players.
I do. But he's my second rated.
Yep. He's a fantastic player. It's all about health with Landon.
Yeah. Some people have this guy like top 10. I'm like,
yeah,
I like Creed Humphrey. I'll give you that better. But I'm going to take Landon. Where is he? Jesus Christ. I just lost his name in my head. Landon Dickerson. How did I forget his name? Landon Dickerson. How many Alabama players have I drafted? Let me go check this out.
That's 4, right?
I got Waddle Smith. I got Landon. That's 3. And Barrymore's 4.
Yep.
That's it. 4. Got 4 Bama players.
Yeah. And my favorite team, Phil, but now that I am back on the clock here, I am taking one of my favorite players in this entire draft.
That's what I want.
What's that?
Your favorite player. I want to hear it. Who is it?
Yes, and I am going to the big house here, Phil. You know where that is?
That is in the big, great state of Michigan.
Yes, and I am finishing off the inside of my
and Harris.
defense.
How did I forget Najee? I have 5.
Oh, yep.
Thank you.
Cameron McGrone is coming to Team Shayne.
Oh, that kid.
One of my favorite players in this entire draft. I think he is going to make somebody very, very happy. He's going on the inside with Jock Owusu Koromora to wreak some havoc.
The Marshall Mules have selected.
Yep.
Can you hum the Michigan fight song, Shayne?
Fuck Michigan.
Come on. Best Michigan player to ever play for the Bears.
We have to start going a little bit faster because we're about 15.
All right. Best Michigan player to ever play for the Bears, real quick. It wasn't David Terrell.
No, it wasn't A-Train. I'm blanking right now, man.
We'll simmer on that. Let the chat throw some names out there. For me, right now, offensive guard. I'm taking Liam Eichenberg from Notre Dame. I'm going to push him inside. He's a technician. He could play left tackle. He could play right tackle. He could play guard. He's the Kyle Long of this offense. And so I'm taking the Notre Damer, Liam Eichenberg, a.k.a. Barlissimo Pond. Barlissimo Pond. Speed rounds. There he is. Eichenberg. I'm going to put him at left guard. Why, Shayne? Because he's played left tackle for 10 years.
Yeah.
Some people are going to say, Billy, you're a hypocrite. You said you got upset and put him at. I said, if the Bears draft him at left tackle, you put him at left tackle. I got my left tackle. It's Rashawn Slater. There you go. Clearing that up for the fucking troll tomorrow. Yeah. I guarantee.
Well, I am going with football players again here, and this is another guy that I like, but this is a fantastic football player, but the position is going to get pushed down as I think that it should. But I am going south again here, and I'm going to cap off my safety core and get Cisco a running mate here, Phil.
There you go.
Richie Grant from UCF.
That kid is a
coming
ball
to
player.
cap off my safety core here. Big fan of Richie. Another guy that I think it's got a chance to sneak into the end of round 1, early round 2. You talk about DBU. We were talking to our boy there from UCF, Phil, and they have they have 3 guys that are
corners.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he
3
is
defensive backs rather.
Yep, 3 DBs. Yep,
but I think Grant is very, very talented. I love that kid.
Yeah.
He's a more athletic Chris Harris, if you
Mhm.
remember him.
Yeah. So you
What
are
school did there he is. Finally got my guy on the board from Iowa.
There you
Nixon. Ain't Richard. I'll tell you that.
Tooch is
It
looking
ain't
for
Richard.
Tooch is looking for my fatty from LSU now, aren't you?
Tooch is a little behind, but he's all by himself doing a fucking amazing job, Tooch, keeping it going. I'm having a lot of fun here, and I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to do it right now. Look at that. There's Shayne's boy out of LSU. Tyler Shevin, if you're not paying attention.
Shelvin, yeah. He's my Eddie Goldman.
Shelvin. He's your nose man. I'm going to take the captain of this football team, the leader that's going to lead us to many, many victories. I'm going to stay in Alabama, and I am going to do it for everybody, and I'm going to do it live, and I'm going to take
I knew this was happening.
Mac Jones, the quarterback of the Etoshan Outlaws, right there for every person, every hater, every fucking swank boy out there. You got Mac Jones. I got Mac Jones as my quarterback here. He's my QB favorite in this draft. My heart watching the tape on this kid. I don't care what anybody tries to tell you. There's my center. So now I'm up to 6 Alabama playing a guy
I know
that
you're
loves
an
the
Alabama.
tie.
I thought I was the Alabama fan. I think
I'm a fan of no teams. Yeah, we'll give Shayne a better name than the Mules. It just came out. So I'm the Etoshan Crimson Outlaws, as Jeff is saying, and I'll take it. And Shayne is the Marsaw Monsters. That does have a better than the Mules, Shayne. You're much faster.
Right. Well, I will pivot here and I will match your quarterback by taking the best quarterback in the draft.
We will see.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence is the quarterback for Shayne. Listen, I love Trevor. I see the alpha and the omega, Shayne.
Yeah. How's their draft coverage?
I'm just so happy about Mac Jones. I can't wait till all these so-called experts have to eat their words, especially little trolls. I won't say their names. I'm not going to give them credit, as Shayne said. So you have Trevor Lawrence. I'm going to take my offensive guard now. Who am I moving? I'm going to just take a guard. Where's my guard from Ohio State? I'm going to the Buckeye State. My boy, Wyatt Davis out of Ohio State. Every time I pop on the film of Justin Fields, I'm just so excited about what I see from this kid. And guards go later. And because Shayne didn't pick corners early, I can wait on my corners and decide how I'm going to do. So Wyatt Davis rounds off my offensive line. We are going to put all this stuff up. Tooch is going to make some graphics so you could see the Etoshan Crimson Outlaws versus the Shayne Marsaw Monsters over there tomorrow. We're having a lot of fun here. Fight night, draft night. If you haven't checked out my video breakdown of Mac Jones, I don't know what you're doing. Go over there. It's the narrative crusher. It's what Swanky can't read or watch tape. It's a cheat sheet. It's like, what do they call those? The Cliff Notes. It's actually understanding how to watch tape. And this is what you see. There's no cherry picking. There's just a showcase of why Shayne, myself, Cars are so high on Mac Jones, and we continue to laugh at all of these haters, including Keyshawn Johnson, who has the narrative curse. He's already labeled Mac Jones statuesque. That's what he is. Okay. I wonder what he thought of Tom Brady beating his ass for years. But I'll digress. Go ahead, Shayne. We have 2 more picks, then we're done.
Yeah, I need a running back. And
who are you taking? I mean, you got to take this guy, no?
You hear that thunder?
Is that your house, or is that your stomach rumbling, or is that?
No,
There's my guy.
That's the thunder.
There's Wyatt.
Yeah, I'm gonna add some explosion here in my backfield, Phil, and I'm going down, and I'm actually gonna draft a player from North Carolina that can play good football. There's my shot, but Javonte Williams, a dynamic running back.
Taking him over my guy Etienne.
Yeah, he's not my featured back. No,
I would have taken Etienne. That's what I thought. But Javonte is a good football player.
Yeah, I'm not sold on. I like Etienne, but not as my primary guy. He's a piece. This guy Williams can be my workhorse, and he's also dynamic out of the backfield.
Well, honestly, I'm just being honest. I love Etienne for the record. I think his versatility is that, but this is my number 3 running back that you took, which is fine. He's a good football player. Listen, who are your corners, Shayne? You took.
I took J.C. Horn and Patrick Surtain Jr.
Okay, I was making sure because I wanted to make sure I got the right junior on my football team. And I'm going to take my boy from Florida State now. Whoa. Asante Samuel Jr. I love this father. So chapter 1 for me was phenomenal. Can chapter 2 repeat? And I love Asante Samuel Jr.'s tape. This kid, I know the Chicago Bears have talked to him a lot and really love him. This football player, the year before, he had a little down year on tape, but then watching him last year, you see the traits, and he's just built his confidence. So you hope Asante builds off of that, and he shows a nose for the football. So I love that football player, Asante Samuel Jr., now an outlaw.
Love the pick, man. Another one of my favorite players. I wanted to make sure that I went big at corner. Today's NFL, I think it's extremely important to have some dogs back there. I feel like I drafted 2 of them, but I think you got one right here real late. And if I couldn't go with my first 2 guys, he was my next guy in line. Big fan of Asante. And all I have left here is tight end.
Tight end?
Tight end. I got to go with tight end. And I have these guys amazingly somewhat close, but
really?
Yeah. But I'm going to go to Penn State again and draft.
I love this kid.
Yeah. Freiermuth is going to be my tight end. He's going to be.
So I took a tight end first with the number 1 pick. For those of you just checking in, like Greg Braggs, tight end went number 1 to the Etoshan Outlaws.
Yeah.
We got to make a team graphic, Tooch. Do you think you could do that for this week?
Wait,
awesome.
So who did you just take before me? Who was that?
I took Samuel.
Right, corner.
Samuel Jr. You just took the tight end out of Penn State. Let's talk about him real quick. If you're trying to watch this show on the Keep It at 100 fan page, I don't know why we're getting a exclamation point.
There's something going on. Yeah, we'll figure that out.
We're going to figure that out. But Shayne just took a tight end out of Penn State. I love this kid. So
I've heard there's rumors out of there. Like we all know Najee Harris. I mean, if you could pick his team. He's got Pittsburgh Steeler written all over him, but I have heard that Pittsburgh is in love with Freiermuth and may pull the trigger on him in round 1 and shock some people, but who knows? It's the NFL draft. It can go anywhere. But to me, Phil, he's number 2 behind your guy. You took him. Yeah.
He's way far number 2.
Yeah. Oh, no. That's what I'm saying. But you started the draft with a tight end. I finished it with a tight end.
That's right.
Yeah. So
I got to pick my last pick. Then we're going to go over the picks real quick, and we're going to remind you, you're going to go.
Oh, yeah, I have one more pick, too.
Because I went first. So I got my last pick, then you are going to finish this. Michael Williams is changing your name, Shayne, and I'll give you an opportunity to vote on. Do you like the Marauders or the Monsters? Those are the 2 names.
We'll go with the Monsters, I guess.
Sorry, Michael. He turned you down. The Washington football team, a.k.a. the Shayne Marsaw team, is looking for another. They're going with the Monsters. Yep. Greg Braggs is trying to be a monster in the gym. I don't know. No more Gordita crunches. I am going to finish this off with a corner, and I saved the corner for last. And should I go with my heart or should I go with my gut? That's my question at this point, because my heart is telling me to do something, and I'm just going to go with my heart. And I'm going to take cornerback, friend of the show, and put him on my roster because I love this kid, and I really think his story, his challenges, his effort, his career is going to be a part of this network. And I'm going to put my fucking money where my mouth is. And I'm going to go to Shayne's school where he got his safety, University of Central Florida. I'm not taking the other corner. I'm taking Tay Gowan, friend of the show, corner, now the Etoshan Outlaw. Tay Gowan flying up the draft boards. Some people are projecting him 2nd round pick. This kid is talented. Obviously sat out the year. If you missed that interview that night, you need to know all about this football player, this young man constantly checking in with me, Berlissimo, Shayne. He just loves everybody in this network. So I finish off my draft. I'm going to let Shayne make his last pick. Then we're going to check in, and then we're going to remind you we're going over to Chi City, and we are going to be the GMs, right, of the Chicago Bears, Shayne?
Yeah, we're gonna do pick 20. Yeah,
we are gonna be picking for the Chicago Bears in their live mock draft that's going on right now. So as we wrap up here on our YouTube channel, we ask you guys to go over there after we finish here. So if you could do that, you get a double feature, the creature double feature. So Shayne, what's your last position you have to pick?
All right, who did you just take one more time? I have to take another 5 tech.
I took Tay Gowan.
Tay Gowan, okay. Yeah, and to finish off my line, I got to go with some value here. This is a guy that I think was in consideration in our live patron mock at number 32. I'm going out to Washington. Levi Onwuzurike I'm gonna
there you go,
put a little more muscle on him and kick him outside, and I have him and Williams and Shelvin. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get a ton of pass rush out of these guys, but I'm gonna get some strength and
strength at the point.
Yeah, it's gonna open up for some of the fucking aliens that I have lined up behind them. So man, are we under attack here in Clayton, New York? It's going crazy out there.
The thunder. I thought it was Tooch's stomach rumbling at first. I'm not gonna lie. Tooch has been doing a great job. I gotta wish our guy first, Levi Onwuzurike. I can't say it. There's Tay Gowan. He's now on the Outlaws.
Yeah.
So we've got to tag him in that. I tried to say his name, but I can't. But I want to wish Cam a happy birthday. Cameron Beige, right there on fight night. You're getting a shout out from Draft Dr. Phil, the whole family, a patron right here, Cameron Beige. He was helping. Nice. He was helping our guy Alex in the draft, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Live patron mock draft. He's there every X's with the O's. He's there every draft mob. Happy birthday, Cam. Look at Cherie giving you some love. She's working overtime, making that guac. Coach Dre in the house. Jeff Burton. They are on number pick 12. Thank you, Jeff Burton. So we have time then.
Okay.
Got a little time.
Thanks, Jeff.
Jeff is on it. Jeff, I got to say this. Let's go back.
Any surprises over there, Jeff? In their first 12 picks?
Give us some surprises. A friend used to be his coach, but is now coaching Oregon.
Oh, somebody's getting a parfait brought down.
I'm getting the parfait right now. Stephanie Atoshin in the his out.
Look at that lady.
Are you saying hello or no? She's like, hell no, not tonight.
Come on, Steph.
She's had a rough day.
Does she want an on Wuzurike jersey by any chance?
On Wuzurike jersey? You could say it. I'm proud of you. So let's go through this. I wish we could do a scroll. If Chris Jackal was here, he'd be all over the bottom line scroll.
Yeah, I can run through them real quick if you want. I have them here.
Yeah, let's go. So I started off. We flipped the coin to be fair.
Yeah, so it's going every other. Yeah, so Phil kicked it off with Kyle Pitts, tight end from Florida. I followed up with Penei Sewell. Phil went Rashawn Slater. I pivoted and took one of Phil's favorites, Dylan Reduns. Phil ended up taking a guy that I like, Tevin Jenkins, offensive tackle, Oklahoma State.
Two tackles.
Took another Phil guy, Creed Humphrey from Oklahoma. Phil added some more explosion, Jalen Waddle. I took Jalen Chase. Phil took Devonta Smith to complete that amazing wide receiver core with those first two guys. I mean, let's be honest, you can play Kyle Pitts there if you want to also.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I took firepower here.
Yeah. I then went after my cornerback core. I took J.C. Horn. Phil took Bullets guy, Kwity Paye. I turned around and took Patrick Surtain. Phil took another edge guy, Aziz Ojulari. I took Zayvon Collins. Christian Barrymore went to Team Phil. I took Jock out of Notre Dame. Owusu Koromora. I'm making Tony Medlin work with all these letters on these jerseys. Micah Parsons.
You were hiring Angelo as the equipment manager.
Yeah, we need bigger shirts than mediums on my team. So Micah Parsons to Team Phil. Jalen Mayfield. I'm pushing him inside. Phil went Nick Bolton. Rashad Bateman. Phil came back with Najee Harris. I finished off the inside of my line with AVT, Elijah Vera Tucker. Oh, actually, these is where I screwed these up.
That's where we flipped it up.
Yeah, flipped it up. But actually, I went Jalen Darden. Phil came back with Trevon Morig. I added my edge and Jason Oweh. Phil went Mr. Football, Hufanga. I came back with Andre Cisco. I guess these guys screwed up too. Milton Williams went to Team Shayne. Carlos Basham, Phil. Davion Nixon, Phil. Tyler Shelvin came with me. Landon Dickerson. Cameron McGrone to Team Shayne. Liam Eichenberg, Phil's left tackle. He cheated and is pushing him inside. He took my trick. Richie Grant.
I was doing it anyway.
Yeah. Quarterback Mac Jones. Nobody is surprised. I love Mac Jones, but I can't take him over Trevor Lawrence.
I would.
Javonte Williams, Asante Samuel, Pat Freiermuth, Tay Gowan, and to finish it off, interior lineman in Washington, but he's kicking outside for me in my 3-4, and Levi Onwuzurike.
So we are going to put this up. We want you guys to vote. Have a lot of fun with this. Get this up, Tooch. We'll put a graphic up.
Yeah, and the votes will matter, but we'll keep track of how these guys play as rookies, and then maybe
we can look
During
back.
the Bears bye week, we'll revisit it and see how they're doing.
Yeah, we can actually do some fantasy thing. Tooch would come up with the points of our guys.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed this exercise. We got to talk about a lot of these freaking players. We got to really break this stuff down. Tooch working the phones in the background. Great job tonight, Tooch. Thank you for jumping on with us. We wanted to do something different and also get the draft talk going. I hope you guys enjoyed this exercise. Guys, like, subscribe, leave a comment in there. Let us know who you thought had the better football team. Shayne, we'll make sure. Can we put like a graphic in the?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to straighten it out because I missed the. Like I said, you get so involved with doing everything.
Yeah,
we have a couple mix-ups, but like I said, we have a lot of stuff going on this week for everybody. But please, hey, we're gonna sign off here, and we want to give everybody some time. Please head over to Shy City. Phil and I will be there shortly to make our pick when Steven sends us the link, but please go over there, support those guys because they are key figures in what we do here to help you guys bring content. And yeah, please support them. Hit the subscribe button on their YouTube page, set your alerts, but head over there, support those guys, and tell them that the 100 crew is representing for Shy City and their live mock, and Phil and I will see you guys very shortly over there.
That is right. We are going to see you tomorrow too. Tooch is going to come on and do some prop bets. We're going to have a live mock draft with cars. We're going to do 7 rounds on that draft like we've done before on our patron side.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Appreciate you. Go over there, check it out, get great get off.
Excellent get off.
And we'll be seeing you later, guys. Appreciate you jumping on tonight on the best network covering the Chicago Bears on the planet.
This has been a Shy City Sports presentation and a Tape Never Lies Network production. Keeping it 100. Thanks for tuning in to the Tape Never Lies Network.